Okay, hello, hello. I am just making sure we're all set up here. And it looks like we've gone live. Let me make sure. If you see me, please say something in the comments. So I'm like, okay. Um, okay, so I have to go live using Zoom because I have um, something I'm going to share with you, and I need to share screen, and I don't have whatever that other StreamYard or whatever. I use Zoom. So anyway, if you see me, just post in the chat because I can see the chat also. And welcome back to everyone who already subscribes to me. If you don't, I just love it if you click on the button down there and say hi to me in the chat because I am streaming this live right now. And it is the first day of my money quest. I do this as a, oh, there goes Lemon. um, I do this as a, I'll say it's a course, but it's also really mostly a live kind of info challenge. I use the Telegram app and it's called Money Quest. And it is where I help you basically get over your abundance blocks, bring in more money. I love money, talking about money because it's a tool. It's just a tool to help you get the things that you want. Even if what you want is to give away your money, you know, money is basically people in their power. And I find that when my clients have more money, they feel more powerful. You can argue that that's not something that you feel, which is fine. But first, I want to apologize if I sound all nasally. I'm having a huge allergy day. My eyes are really kind of bloodshot, and this is not ideal. However, the show must go on because it is the first day of the Money Quest. And if you would like to join me the rest of the days, then you will post the link below this video and you can join me. It is $27, but today is free to do day one, which in and of itself is highly valuable. And I hope you enjoy it. It's the one day where I really dig into material that's in a student portal. And this is free to you. It's called Elevate Your Inner Game. Day one is where I direct everyone to go do this alignment exercise. Okay, so we're going to do that together right now. And so you obviously can pause the video and think of your answers and then start it again. I'm not going to move through this super fast, but it may be faster than the time you need to write down the answers that really work for you. So I just invite you to pause as needed, and you can always rewind and go back. You know, this is a video. So, yeah. So let's go on to, and like I said, if you're here watching me live, because I see a few of you are, just say hi in the chat. I'm here and would love to answer any questions in real time. So let's see. I'm going to share my screen. Share my screen. Oh, you know what? I'm also going to record. Okay. So now that I just hit record, I am going to start day one Money Quest, and we're doing the live session here together. And so I'm going to take you into a tool. If you sign up for this, I will leave two links below. One is to just get Elevate Your Inner Game, which is free to you just for watching this. So that'll be available to you. We're going to do it together right now. And then the other is if you would like to join the Money Quest, which is a Telegram group. It's $27. It's for the whole week, where I share a lot of energetics and tips and tricks and techniques to open up your inner, abundance alignments. So let's go to sharing the screen. into, this is called Elevate Your Inner Game. And you will see right here, this is a PDF that you get from me, but we're going to do it together right now. And like I was just saying, if you need to pause the video so that you can answer your questions, or you can go in and get this, you can wait until you download this, from my website. But basically it's saying, hello, this is me. And we're going to start going to this page here, page 4. This is where we are talking about set point shifting, right? Because we all have an emotional set point, and believe it or not, your emotional set point is responsible for a lot of how your reality looks for you. So let me also just go in here and check on my phone. So if you're leaving any sort of messages in the YouTube chat, I can answer them in real time. Okay. All right. So I can see the chat. I'm saying hi. Hi. Feel free to join me here. Say hi. Tell me who you are. But let's continue. So we're going to start with the results, and you could do this right now on just a blank piece of paper if you want. All right. So what you want to do is you're going to think about your results being the direct manifestation of your habits, right? So when I say what results do you want to change, right? What am I seeing right now? What's happening in my life that I wish were different? That's basically what you want to start with. When I say results, it just means what the resulting situation, what's happening for you now. And so what I'm telling everyone in the Money Quest is to write down what's the result. It could be anything about money. Either I don't have enough money, or I don't have $1 million, right? That's the one I'm suggesting everybody answer, because when you go to that place where when you're addressing $1 million, that will really highlight your limiting beliefs. Everybody has a reason why they don't have that. And it's a reason that it obviously shows power outside of yourself. That's just how it goes. But you could also just say, I don't have the job I want, or I don't have $10,000 in savings, or I'm not bringing in $5,000 a month, whatever it is, or I am only bringing in $5,000 a month. Whatever it is that you're experiencing is what I want you to put down with the results. And then we're going to go into habits. These are the actions that you've done, right? So many times that this is just like automatically what you do. And then we're going into what those actions are, the feelings around it, the thoughts, and your emotional state. And we're going to finish with this belief. And that belief is what we're going to take and go back into an exercise. And this is a 4-step thing. So first step is you go into, this is the alignment sheet. Again, you can use a regular piece of paper. You can pause this video and you can write out real quick: results, habits, actions, feelings, thoughts, emotion, and beliefs. And what I want you to do is, I have a different example here on this one, but if you look at, like, here's an example of a blank. The result might be, I'm only earning $5,000 a month, and I want more, right? That might be my result. That's the thing I want to change. Again, your result is the thing you want to change. So what habits are supporting this result? This little question right here. So you write down your result here, and it says what habits are supporting this result. Whatever the answer is to that question goes in this box of habits. Okay. And you might say, well, the habit is I work for a job that after taxes, that's all I've got coming in. Right. Or for some people, it might not even be $5,000. It might be $2,000 a month. And I need more for rent, insurance, like all the bills. right? So what habit? I have the habit of working in jobs that don't pay enough. That could be what you say. Or I have the habit, maybe you bring in enough money, right? But you don't have, I mean, you bring in more than I'm bringing in more money. Maybe you have other income streams, right? So you have money coming in, but you don't have enough money because of the way you spend, right? Maybe that's why. So you say, well, the habit is I spend over half my paycheck on Amazon, just buying stuff, right? That could be a habit that you've gotten into that you don't even realize is sabotaging the actual what you want to have happen. Without a real example, I know I'm kind of sounding like I'm just rambling, but if you come on and chat a question, I can use you as a real example. But meanwhile, we'll continue. So then after you say what the habit is, you're going to say, well, what actions are supporting these habits, right? So if the action is that you're taking a job that doesn't pay enough because you're thinking to yourself, well, I need any old job. I just need a job. Even if it doesn't pay enough, at least it's some job, right? Then the action that you're taking is jumping. I take the first thing that comes my way, right? Or if you're spending, if that's the problem, is that you're like, oh, I spend not too much. And they can say the action is that I see advertisements and I just feel the compulsive, like I have to have that. My action is, again, impulsivity or jumping in without thinking, or I think I better jump in and do this really fast or else I'm going to miss out, right? That could be FOMO involved. I don't know. So whatever your habit is, think of the action that's creating that habit and then write that in the action box, right? And then ask yourself, well, what feelings are supporting that action? Like I just said, FOMO. FOMO would actually go into this feeling space. Like I have fear I'm missing out. I have fear if I don't take the first thing I see, I'm going to be without. I have fear that, or it could be just this like, I get excited about seeing something that I think is going to help me. And so I jump at it. Again, your feeling has to do with lack, right? I don't have something, therefore I need something. So what if your feeling is fear, lack, if you're not sure, let me show you a cool trick here. You can look down. The next one shows this emotion wheel. And I love the emotion wheel. If we go in a little bit, you'll see, right? Maybe you're not sure how you feel. Really look at this emotion wheel. Say, you know what? Oh, I feel nervous. I feel nervous that this is going to be always, right? So you're looking, well, if I feel nervous, I'm worried. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you sit there and you're up late at night because you're worried that things are the way they are, or they're not going to change or something. So up here where it says feelings, that's where you're going to write worry, right? What are the thoughts that are supporting these feelings? Well, this would be anything you put in air quotes, like literally, I'm afraid I won't have enough money to survive. Right? I'm afraid, um, I'm afraid I won't ever live out my dreams if I don't make enough money. I don't know what you would say, but like they're going to be whatever you would say, that's going to be your thoughts. Like they're the sentences, they're in your head. What are some of those? Be really aware of what you're saying to yourself, right? And then when it says what's emotional state is supporting these thoughts, well, here I just showed you a little peek, but like here, these outside feelings, those are your like conscious thoughts. I'm worried, I'm mortified, oh my God, I'm dreading, I'm frustrated, whatever your feelings are, you're gonna think are out here. But when I say emotional state, we're going into the subconscious. And like worry and anxiety and nervousness, here's the root, fear, right? If you're annoyed and frustrated or just like, I can't believe I can't get a better job. I can't believe I keep applying and no one's talking to me. You might feel just beside yourself and you're actually coming from anger. Like, so just to see where your emotional state is you're tapping into your subconscious kind of state. And that's where you would put your emotion state here would be fear or anger, right? And then it says belief. What belief is subconsciously driving this emotional state? And this is where you really have to get real. And like I said over here on this other sheet, right? When we're looking at the belief, fill in the blank. I believe blank about blank. The results, right? So if I'm saying, like here in this example, the result is I'm overwhelmed with all the things I have to do every day. It's not bringing in enough business, right? Ultimately, when I go all the way down, I believe that even though I need to keep putting stuff out there, I feel like it doesn't matter. And that could even be translated into I don't matter, right? No one's listening to me. I must not be important. I don't feel important. I don't feel like enough, right? And so that's a belief that is driving what you're experiencing. If you connect all the dots here, what we're doing here, right? The belief, the emotion, move your way up, you can see, like we just got to the root of how you're feeling, but that root, what grew from that is what you're experiencing in your reality. So now what most people will tell you is, oh, then, you just need to change your belief. As if that's super easy. Just believe you are enough. Just believe you can. And then work your way back up, right, to the new result, because it's good intentions to think that way. It's just that that's not how we work. It is how we work, but getting there is harder. So what I want you to do is literally take a moment and do this piece here. This is called the forgiveness piece, right? This is the part where you say the truth is, and this is why I don't believe in self-sabotage. I don't think that's what you're doing. I don't think you're intentionally trying to hurt yourself. The truth is you're always doing the best you can at any given moment. It's true. You don't want to hurt yourself. You don't want the results you're getting. It's just that your best at times is just really, really, and then I said the S word there. I said it. It's true. But in the moment, it is the best you got right then, right there, all things considered. So what do you do when your best is not very good? Forgiveness. And so if you get this PDF, whether you get it for free by signing up for the Elevate Your Inner Game, or if you join me in the Money Quest, you'll receive this course for free too. You can read all about forgiveness and how it's actually a chemical reaction in your brain and not just like some thought that you have, right? So we're going to shift into, let's see. Oh, look, we have more Joe. Hey, Jen. Hi. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Thanks for joining me here today. If you have any questions or want me to use you as an example, just follow along. Like I said, at any time you can pause this, go back. It's basically we're going over what today in the Money Quest, which is my on Telegram. I'm hosting an event and it's all week long for $27. I'm doing all these different things, techniques and tools and tips and stuff to help people get more money in their lives. And this is the very first one we're doing today. All the other days I will not be doing PDFs and doing this. It's something people like to dig in with, something they can actually touch when they first start something. And this tool is what I use with clients. It's really amazing. So the second part is the forgiveness. So just like I said, you have to say, even if you suck, right? Even if what I did was awful, at the end of the day, if I had different circumstances, do I think I could do better? Yeah. Usually you're going to say, yeah. If something was different, if I had more sleep, I would have made a different decision. Or if I was in a better state of mind, I certainly wouldn't have done X, Y, Z. We all can do better all the time. So getting to this acceptance and forgiveness piece is huge. And then no matter what your belief was or where it came from or why you have held on to it for as long as you have, you now have the choice to keep it, or you can pick a new one, a better one that's going to actually help you more to be in alignment with what you actually want your result to be, right? So what you think you become, what you feel you attract, and what you imagine you create. Buddha. So we're going to part 3, which is shifting that set point. Okay. So you don't start with a new belief, like some people say. What you start with is a new goal. You start with a new result that you want to have. So if you want to have $5,000 by the end of the month, or I want to have a better job, or I want to have a job that pays my insurance, like whatever it is that you want to have, that's your new result that you want. Okay. So we're going to go back and we're going to do all the alignment again, but with the new goal, with the new result that you want. So here's that sheet again. And we start with the results. So if I want to have, I'm just using this example. Let's say I want to have a job that actually pays my health insurance, right? Let's say that's what I want. I don't have it. I just worked through why I don't have it. Now I'm saying, okay, I forgive myself, all the good things here. Well, what habits are supporting this result? What habit would I have to have? Now, here's where we kind of project into the hypothetical. What habit would I have to have in order for to have a job that pays my health insurance? We might want to think about that. Maybe a new habit would be only taking jobs that offer health insurance. Maybe it's interviewing for jobs. Maybe a new habit is to interview for jobs that I don't feel qualified for, but maybe someone could help me beef up my resume where I look like I'm maybe qualified for it. Maybe a new habit would be to take a second job to give me the extra money to pay for pay for healthcare through the marketplace or whatever. So again, you're thinking not specifically about the overarching problem. We're starting to narrow down what's the habit? What do I need to do all the time that would make that happen? Right? Whether it's a new tactic and strategy or a new way of thinking, there's something that you need to habitualize to make it different. Oh my gosh, I just realized I'm looking at Marjo. Hi, Maggie, is that you? I'm not even realizing that's you. Okay, anyway, sorry. Let's go back and now say, okay, if that's my new habit is I have to maybe get a second job. The new habit is to do something like I'm gonna bartend on Saturday nights to make the extra money. What action would support the habit, right? Well, to get the second job, to show up, to or whatever it is your result is, right? The action is what you have to do to create a habit, right? And then what feelings are supporting these actions? Well, how you want to ask yourself, how do I have to feel? How do I have to feel in order to do that action? And that's something so personal because listen, everybody is going to have a different set of what works for them. If my feelings have to change, then you could go back to this wheel, this feelings wheel. And say, okay, instead of feeling worried or anxious and nervous and operating out of fear, I really probably need to feel more hopeful. If I was hopeful and optimistic, and eager to go do this new thing, well, then that would be a whole different feeling set for me, wouldn't it? And that's fine. That's what we're getting at, is that you're probably going to have to think of some new feeling. And that's, excuse me, where it goes into your feelings. So, what thoughts are supporting feelings of hope? Well, again, that's whatever you're going to say to yourself, like in quotes, like what's the sentence you're saying to yourself? What are the new mantras? What's the words? Maybe what you have to say to yourself to support those feelings is, I can do this for this year. I just have to show up for this month. Or, wow, I get to do this. I get to go bartend on Saturday night and make extra money. I did that for years. That's why I'm using that as an example. But you get the point. So your thoughts are what you're actually going to say to yourself. Now, if you're going to say to yourself, oh, I can't believe I have to do this, that's a no. Then go back and find a better thought, find a better feeling, find a better action. Go back up and say, what can I work with here? You're basically using this tool to negotiate with yourself how you're going to do this differently, right? So now, if those are my thoughts, then my emotion state is joy, because I just saw that on the emotion wheel. Where were we? So if you look at the emotion wheel and you look at all those feelings that I want to be having about this, I want to be hopeful and eager and optimistic. That's operating from a subconscious place of joy. Well, how do I get into joy then? Maybe that's what I need to work on as far as like my new habit is like, maybe I need to, what would support all of this, right? What would support joy? Maybe charging up your energy field, maybe dancing around before you go to work, maybe calling a friend on your way to work, maybe meeting the people at work afterwards, socially. Like whatever it is that can bring you joy, focus on that part that's good, that actually lights you up and makes you feel joy. All right, so that's your emotion state. And what's the new belief, right? Well, if I'm feeling joy and I'm showing up to this new job that's going to give me the money I need for my health insurance, and I still do my other job, my new belief might be like, wow, I'm working 2 jobs, but I feel better than ever knowing I'm covering my stuff. Like I'm good. I'm covered. I'm great. Or even my new belief might be, instead of I'm not enough, wow, watch out world. I'm capable of so much. Like you're just changing. This is your inner game shift, right? So you say, okay, sorry. Like I said, I've got big allergies and kind of a cold going on, but start with your new goal, right? So this is what you need, the example of like the new result, right? And so if I've decided that I need to believe in this hopeful, optimistic, and joyful experience, right? Then I need probably to anchor that awareness. And this is the last step. And this is the fun step. This is the step that I love working on with clients. You can create all these yourself, create mantras, put stickies around the house, tell Alexa to remind you, you get to go to your new job with new friends, like whatever, write a haiku. You want to do whatever you can, right, to really blow up this awareness of this new way of thinking, this new radical way that you're going to step into how you approach a change in your world, because the change is going to support what you want. It's going to support you in experiencing this new result. So I was just checking to see again any questions. If you watch this later, because I'm going to actually post the recording in the videos, and if you see this later, I want you to comment below if you have your own personal experience that you want to share or have a question. Again, this whole thing, that whole PDF is available to you for free. It's available to everyone who's watching this video for free. I will post the link if you just want that. If you would like to join me for this and a whole week of working with personal coaching with me through Telegram. It's $27, and you can do that by signing up for the Money Quest. I will leave that link also in the bottom. Or you can also just leave a comment and I will definitely comment back. Okay. So I appreciate your time watching me, and hit like and subscribe and share, and I will see you soon. Okay.